Welcome back to Breaking Borderlands. We are continuing our adventure here now on Necrotafeo. Just to prove a point, you can see this wall of vines requires a melee to open. And that's also another, utility you can use the fish slap grenade for, is it causes melee damage. So if you're boosting melee, that's the grenade mod for you. I'm holding on to it in case I find a cut purse, so I can use it in that circumstance. But most of the time, honestly, grenades become utility when you hit mayhem levels. Now I'm going to be speedrunning past most enemies at the moment, because I want to show off a couple of things. In a previous video, we had gotten a mission reward, which is the shield we're wearing that does radiation damage when anything gets close. It's one of the few mission rewards that can be farmed from a unique enemy. So I'm gonna go ahead and point out where that's at, just because it's also a dual elite spot. There are two named enemies.
Destroy.
And that can be super beneficial for legendary drops. Now we're just trying to clear the area so we can activate the catch-a-ride station.
I send you all to death.
Oh, come off it. You know what? Nope, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work either. Close enough. Alright. So, more melee required. Grab yourself some ammo, sell off any junk. Look for anything good, legendary-wise at least. Grab your favorite vehicle. Now, you can run it if you want, but this is a long run. If you happen to find a snowdrift artifact, it's a good spot for it, because it's mostly downhill. Now, you're supposed to take a right, but we're going to go off this little ramp here and take a small detour into this little, yeah. So we're going to take a hammerlock hunt real quick. The Blinding Banshee has a chance to drop the, Breath of the Dying assault rifle, which, not the best, but it's really good. Always comes in corrosive, and when something dies, it sends out a epicenter-like effect, like the grenade, of corrosive, explosive projectiles, and it can be incredibly advantageous in certain situations, especially like the Handsome Jackpot, where everything needs corrosive damage. But and feel free to, yeah, because that's the mine launcher. So feel free to grab any tech that drives past you, because there are a bunch of catch-a-rides around here. A few side quest items as well that you can grab just for extra experience. Like there's a Moxie's Tower here. I don't recall exactly how to get up there though. And it's always just a little bit of a jump puzzle most of the time. That can't be right. Nah. Of course, there's a whole bunch of lootables here, it seems. So I'm gonna... Come on now. And then you just mantle all your way up. And more experience. Moxie sent me mail. So in case you're not aware, I haven't made any mention of the mail. And a lot of it's just going to be junk that company sends you as a thank you for killing 100 enemies with their guns. And at this level, you'll never get anything better than blue. Sometimes it'll be green and whatnot, but once you go up in Mayhem levels, then you start getting some purples, and you'll get some good purples. But legendaries are only for completing mission chains like Zero's Assassinations, Hammerlock's Hunts, or Moxie's Radio Towers, Claptrap's Friend Bot. All those have anything good? New. Hey, there's a red card. Not really my jam. But that capacity, though. Stacks anything that we've got going on. Not to mention bonus damage if we slide into something. But I'm gonna pass. We're gonna pass. Hi, Sparrow. He's so cheerful. It disgusts me. Alright. Tour time! No, just wait for him to stop, or say tour time, then you can move past him. And now we get to meet Typhon Delet. You're the legendary Vault Hunter? It's a tank. That's still pretty cool, though. But if you do it fast enough, you have them talk over the what have you. Now, anything that he drops you out of the gun at this level is junk. It is always going to be white. You get up there into like Mayhem 10s and 11s, then I've never got a legendary, but I've gotten some purples. Most of it will be blue. But, you know, grab anything you want to, but we're going to come on down here. Yay! Alright. It's the end of the world as we know it. Alright, but yeah, I want one. So please, can we get laser whips in Borderlands 4? Just legitimate question.
By now you figured out Pandora's a planet-sized vault. Meridian's called it the Great Vault or something.
Alright, so now while he's talking, you can start putting in your vault keys. No, that's the Necrotafeo key. Now, if you want, you can listen to all the, you know, storyline, and it's got some, you know, decent things about it. I liked it. But now, since that mission's over, he's gonna want you to head to the machine, or to where he hid the key, so we can get into the machine. So now, wait for the objective to pop up. Now you can run backwards, but it's going to take you a minute, so instead, fast travel to the Desolation's Edge. I forgot that I had captured a vehicle. If you had a vehicle spawned, then you could actually run, or skip this little run right here. Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, okay, fair. Yeah, Mose is short. Alright, now, grab whatever vehicle you're comfortable with. Personally, for me, it's the Outrunner. So now we're going to go in the direction we're supposed to, but then branch off for a second. So... and prepare for the second Traunt. Dun 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 dun. Alright. I'm done being overly dramatic. To people who know me, shut up. Go ahead, take care of anybody you'd like to, but we are literally going to be running the same path here in a second, so I'm using him for distraction. You're gonna run to this back wall, and you can either, you know, jump up this way or any way you want. There are actually stairs up here. You just want to head through this opening and not the other one that's marked. And now, if they do spawn, I think we got here fast enough. Just go ahead and clear the area so you can get you can get a good shot at these 3 generators. Oh, come off it. It took too long, I guarantee it. Nope, and you want that shield to get down, that way If you haven't gotten your hover wheels for the Outrider yet, there you go. It also has the pulse booster. Doesn't really boost, but it leaves a shock mine behind you. Swarmer missile as well. Tesla coil if you haven't gotten that. And my personal favorite paint job, just because it's straight black, and that's the horn. So yeah, I'm gonna do a thing. Pardon me, just for one moment. So Outrider, Tesla coil. I prefer the heavy missile and the heavy armor. Omni wheels, laser wings, stealth. Let's see, what can we change here? Nah. Let's go with something. Let's keep that black. I don't know about gold. I like the orange. Yeah, that's a nice color. But then it turns red here in the back. Color's not really important. I'm gonna go with my classic though. I prefer me a nice dark blue. But personally, that's how I like to set up my Outrunner. Just cause who doesn't like that? If not this, it's the flame job that you can get from Ascension Bluff. Just because it has a guitar riff. It's fantastic. I suggest you go pick it up. Since we skipped the tutorial, eventually we're going to end back up in Ascension Bluff. But now that we've got that vehicle all exhibit level pimped ride, if you get the reference, we can be friends. Again, run through this area, take out anybody who you didn't get beforehand. But again, I'm speedrunning at the moment. So just head towards your marker. Now, the first time you come through here, you saw how the Digistruct torpedoes came through. This time, it just had them show up. And actually, that method I showed will take some of the troops out. Some of the ads that are supposed to spawn the first time won't be there the second time. And oh my goodness, they hit the barrel. Alright, so now got to the back here. Here, poppy pops.
Competitor spotted.
Competitor? Where?
Holy cannoli! What a battle! You're amazing!
Watcha-cha? Really? Here, watcha-cha that. Now, once you get everybody in the area gone, he's gonna send over some, yeah. Luckily, we're just going to, bombing raid. Hey, who called in the artillery? Ladies and gentlemen, the Mark 19. Are you kidding me? Is that dropship really trying to pluck me from all the way back here? I ain't even gonna bother. Alright, so generator, other side. Find some higher ground. Where I already was. Now, circles of slaughter can pop up anywhere, and storyline's gonna have this bridge cut off. So, the reason I make mention is grab this. I know I say to avoid most side quests, but grab this now. That way you don't have to run all the way back here just to get the Slaughter Star 3000 unlocked. So now, we're not going to run all the way through here because it just connects right back in front of Typhon's little shelter. I'm just doing this to reset the marker. So you can avoid this little area full of wildlife. Just teleport back to your outrunner, cyclone, technical, whatever you got going for yourself.
Since Maliwan showed up, I've been nabbing tech and listening in on their
Now, if you're wondering about this cube, it's actually a puzzle that you can solve. Every side is correlated to an element in the game, and if you hit the side with the right element, it'll light it up, and then when you get them all, it'll crack open. Guaranteed legendary drop. So I would, you know, suggest to wait until level 72 on that. That way you can at least get something maxed. So now... Jeez, Tannis, keep it in your... Anyway.
If you get the chance, please get Typhon de Leon's autograph for me, and a lock of his hair, for research.
Now again, I'm just going to be speedrunning a bit. I mean, you can. Yeah, we can.
My ship, to be clear, it's got great vantage. Its vantage is my greatest advantage.
Oh, the Traunts. Now, if you want to get this door open, we do have to take things out in the area. So have fun. Ow! Excuse you, sir. Now, one way we are fortunate in having the red suit at this point in time is... I've made mention before that radiation is a very good alternative to damaging shields. Alright, now once you get everybody back here done, this will open up. So, them being mostly electricity damage, or electricity in their health bar, is super useful. Now, you can see it took us a minute to run back here to get to Traunt, but he does have some good farmable items, especially when you get up to the Mayhem levels. So instead, what you're going to do if you want to farm him is go to the next area we're going to make it, and then run back this path from it, so you can avoid all of the other enemies. Now, mind you... Yeah, mind you, make sure you get close to that so you'll respawn there, but... And I must apologize, I'd made mention of a double elite. It's in the next area, I completely forgot. I get this area mixed up. I'm not a huge fan of being on Necrotafeo. I'm just waiting for the Gamma Burst to kick in. Now, he's not going to have an introduction because he's just like his brother, only he does the other two elements his brother didn't. He does lightning and corrosive. So try and avoid using those, just for the fact he has a resistance to them both. But he's pretty simple, especially if you can land all the crits. Watch out for his ads.
He is dead. Also, I wonder how I would process this soft serve.
Alright. Any artifacts? Cryostone. So yeah, from the Tanzandir ruins, if you wanted to take General Traunt out on a farm mission, you'll go to Tanzandir, and yes, it's an extra loading screen to come back here, but then you just run down this path. Easy peasy. That's why I will put him in the list with my waypoint friendly bosses. Whenever I do a boss run, he will be thrown in there. So, I'm just gonna spend this skill point in Frenzy again and move to the next area. Hopefully you found this informative and entertaining, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.